Welcome everybody for this wonderful dialogue that we always have at UCTV. I'm your host, Dickens Ochero, who always on your television, on your screen every Wednesday from 8 to 9. That's live on UCTV, that's Uganda Catholic Television. Then from 9 to 10 on our UCTV YouTube channel. That's why we want you, wherever you are, whether you are in Karamojo, whether you are in Eastern Uganda, Western Uganda, Central, wherever you are, even the ones who are in diaspora, we welcome you at least to listen to the young people, to listen to the technical people who are digesting the issue of environment, which has become a global issue everywhere, in every part of this world. Thank you, everyone, for really having this wonderful time to spend your time to watch the young people having this discussion. Without wasting time, today I have wonderful guests who have joined us here on the TV. I have one from NEMA, I have one from Global Care International. All have come today to digest this issue because the issue of environment has become really like a cancer in the earth. So without waste of time, let me take this time to introduce my guests. I know they are big enough. They can speak about themselves. They can tell us more about themselves than me introducing them. Let me start from the side of NEMA. That's National Environmental Management Authority. Please, sir, you're most welcome. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Mr. Dickens. My name is Bangirana Amos, and I work with NEMA as Environment Office in charge of public education and awareness.
Okay. You've heard from Mr. Amos. So anything about environment, environmental awareness, education in NEMA. NEMA is doing a lot of things. Don't say that, where is NEMA? NEMA is doing nothing. No, there is a department for education awareness creation in NEMA. Okay, let me go to my second guest from Global Care. Please, sir, you're most welcome. Introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Ndyowe Grace, the Assistant Communications Officer at Global Care International Uganda. We are situated in Ruzila, Kampala, and we are an environmental conservation non-governmental organization. Yeah.
Okay, you have heard from my guests. I told you I have these credible young people who are passionate about the Mother Earth, and that's why they are here to digest issues. You know that Uganda loses almost 1 billion to 4 billion every year on issues of environment challenges that has made the government to lose a lot of money. And that's the reason why we are here to discuss, to see which solution can we offer as the young people to the Mother Earth. And that's the reason why you see that we have very many policies in place, and these policies, every time, every day, people are coming up with bylaws, people are making position paper, tabling it before parliament. We have formulated very many policies, but the challenge is these policies that are in place helping? Are we implementing these policies that are in place? That's the reason why today our topic is why is protecting environment should be a non-negotiable issue. And that's the reason why I've called these people here, and I've called NEMA that why is it what you need not to negotiate, even though people are saying the government should pay us, the government should compensate us, government etuyambe. And we know that today we are also celebrating the 35 years coronation of the Kabaka of Uganda. That's why we set our regards and really congratulations to the Kabaka of Uganda. We really appreciate, and we appreciate him for all the time that God has kept him. So, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching us there, the viewers who are watching us there, let me welcome my gentlemen starting from Global Care. Why is the issue of environment you should not even negotiate about it? Let me start from you before inviting NEMA to take us through this.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Dickens. When it comes to environmental protection, and even in regard to the topic we are having at hand today, which is why protecting the environment should be non-negotiable, there I have to take a stand and I say indeed it shouldn't be negotiable, not even at any one point in time. Reason being, I will first give some little highlights about Uganda as a country. We have a lot of resources, but still they are facing significant challenges. We are facing biodiversity loss. We are losing our nature. We are losing landscapes. We are losing species. We are having climate change being at unprecedented levels. We are having pollution too high. So if we see all these challenges we are facing at hand, and if we are to relate how best the environment could help us to mitigate all these challenges, then I don't think we should even have like a single minute to talk about why we should negotiate when it comes to issues related with conserving the environment.
But Mr. Grace, so
Yes.
you've just seen recently the Luigi eviction, the wetland eviction. And after that, you have seen the members of the parliament, the leaders were coming out that those people should be compensated. Is it right for NEMA or the government to compensate those people?
Thank you so much. I have to say that well, they were evicted, but they settled in a wetland, and they were rest assured that the place where they are settling is a wetland. So, like, and even one other thing is that the policies were in place by the time they settled in those places. So I don't think that it should be the government to be blamed for the losses and the damage they have faced. Well, it has been bad, but they did something which they were rest assured of.
So, is it a problem of policy formulation, of policy implementation from the government side?
I can say for formulation, we are okay. The policies were well formulated. But when it comes to implementing them on the ground, that's where we are having issues. There is a very large gap actually between like the policies that are formulated and then implementing them on the ground. So that gap is what is causing us like the biggest problem, if I can say.
So is it like, should we, like the members of parliament you've seen from the opposition side and also the shadow minister of the environment say that hey, we need to negotiate, the government should negotiate with these people, they need to pay these people. I think that maybe the best person who should answer that question is our guest, Mr. Amos. Mr. Amos, why is it the environmental issue is a non-negotiable issue? For us, the climate activists, we said, no. Because if the policies are in place, we know that these policies are it's a must that these policies are implemented in our community. But in other side, still the community is complaining and saying that they don't know about these policies. That's why they need to sit down with the government to negotiate for them to be paid, to be compensated for the loss and damage that has been caused by the eviction. So,
thank you, Mr. Dickens. Of course, things to do with the law, nobody can actually argue about a law. And again, there is no ignorance of the law. Ignorance of the law has no what? Defense. Yeah, so, and again, those who claim to be compensated for having encroached the wetlands, of course, they cannot be compensated for having broken the law. That one cannot happen. So what the government is doing is actually enforcing the laws. So yes, if you bypass a law and you make a mistake, at any time it is discovered, the law must be enforced. So those encroachers of wetlands, like Rubiji, as you have mentioned, they are supposed to be evicted because laws were already made. They are aware that they are in the wetlands. Wetlands have got features which they can show that they are wetlands. Okay? So once you encroach the wetland, you have encroached it. And once you are evicted, then there is no any compromise. So those guys shouldn't be compensated at all.
But what the community has been raising, that yes, these laws have been formulated, but they don't know about this law. And we know that there are over 6 laws which regards, I think there are more than even 6, which regards to environmental protections. But now, what can NEMA do about this? Because it's something that the community also themselves, they're also raising, that we don't know that these laws exist. And now that there is a loss and damage that has been caused by the government, they need to compensate them. That's why we are saying, is it fine for us? Is it okay for us to negotiate with this community on the issue regarding environment?
Well, there is no room for negotiation. First of all, NEMA and other partners have been involved in educating the public about the wetlands and even other environmental issues. But these people have persistently gone to encroach to these wetlands. So therefore, I don't think they should be compensated.
So what should NEMA as a coordinating agency of the government do really to these people? Now these people who are already have been affected, and we know that they are not only the one like of Luigi who has been affected, of Luera who have been affected. We know that there are still others even who are still, as you say, that ignorance of the law is not a defense. What can NEMA now do about this?
Maybe what NEMA can do is actually trying to inform these people about what they are supposed to do in the wetlands, but the activities which do not impact it. For example, beekeeping. They can also do fish farming. They can even harvest some materials for handicrafts, which they can make and sell to get income to support their families. And again, this one has been done. But you know, Ugandans, of course, there are things they want to neglect. People want to neglect some issues which are very important. Like when you look at this current eviction, as you have said, people were told about the wetlands issues right away in 2008. When you look at that time, you can see that even a long time has taken place. Many years have gone, but still people have persistently remained in the what? In the wetlands. So until recently, when they were forcefully evicted from the what? The wetlands. So people are not easy to deal with. Even when they know, they want to assume they don't know.
Oh, that's a wonderful declaration. Then let me go to my colleague, as he belongs in the CSO, that civil society organization, as Grace you represent. I know that you, Global Earth Care International, have been doing a lot in regards to the community. You know, the issue of environmental protection is not only for the government alone. By the way, it's everyone. It's everyone to be a steward of this Mother Earth. So, as a CSO that represent the community, that operates in the community, what has really the young people, how have you people engaged the young people in the community to stand for the environment, to be steward of the environment? Because now, if we say that the issue of the environment should be a non-negotiable issue, what have you people really done to help NEMA with their mandate, with their activities that, you know, Amos has said that they have been trying to reach out to the community?
Thank you so much, Mr. Dickens. We as Global Earth Care International Uganda, the way we are trying to engage with communities, mainly we have started we have started with institutions. Yes, yeah. So in those institutions, we get to empower young people, the youth, those who are like me, we empower them with awareness about the environment, how best they can advocate for environmental conservation in their areas, because we reaching out to the whole of Uganda. It is something that is not easy, but in different institutions we get to find there different people from different parts of the country. So by empowering those people, we are trying to reach out to their communities in the long run. Because when we empower them with the knowledge and what environmental conservation means, now we leave it up to them to take it to their communities and practice it there. So
what I like here, are you people in bring some intervention training these people first of all that there is need for them to protect this environment because this environment contribute even to their livelihood, because I know that most of them they don't know that they can get something at the end of the day from this environment that they're destroying. Are you people trying to create something like activities like trainings like to bring these young people together so that at least they know that if they protect like the podo tree, they know that podo tree is a medicinal tree, that's an indigenous tree, that they know that they can get like a treatment for cancer from them, because I know that most of them they don't know that.
Yes.
So what are you people really doing?
What we are doing mainly, we are still trying to look at this part of skilling young people in green jobs, so that when they are as they are trying to look for money out there, their activities do not have adverse impacts on the environment. Yes. So mainly it is right now it is in skilling them, and then another thing is in advocacy about the environment, like the challenges we are facing at hand. Yes, so we empower them with advocacy in climate change and in biodiversity related issues, so that they can be champions of combating climate change and fighting biodiversity loss in their own areas.
So thank you, Amos. So Amos, now in regards to that, because there is someone out there in the watching us live and is trying really wants to get to understand that why is it protecting environment in Uganda important? Because there is someone say that why should I protect my environment? Why should I protect maybe the wetland which is near my community? Why should I advocate why should I advocate for Panga Forest? That maybe I know that I'm a resident of Mpambire. So that question I know that is lingering right now in very many people's mind. So can you tell us why we should protect this environment?
Thank you, Bwana Moderator. First of all, environment protection is very important. One, you understand that the food we eat comes from the environment. And therefore, once we destroy the environment, that means we will no longer get food for our survival. The water we drink, we use for irrigation, and several other activities also comes from the environment. Our health and well-being is based on a healthy environment. So if the environment is degraded, that means all those services, all those benefits that we are getting from the environment must cease. And when they cease, that means our life also ceases. Therefore, we should combine our efforts to make sure that the environment is protected, because it benefits all of us. There is nobody who does not survive because of the healthy environment.
Wow. You have heard, viewers, Amos is trying to tell you what you can benefit from environment. There is what's called green enterprise, which I know that, Global Earth was trying to do something in the community in regards to that. So let me get back to Grace. Grace, we are still in this. Why is it? Because there is a young person down there. Why is it the issue of protecting environment? Is it only for for the elders? Is it only for the government? Is it only for the Amos and NEMA, or for NFA only, or for Ministry of Water? Because those are questions that people are asking every day. Because as you say, that ignorance is a very big disease in Africa, or not only Africa, every part of this world. So why should a young person in primary, as you say that you people have started your intervention, starting from lower institutions like primary schools, secondary schools, why should a primary kid or a nursery kid, a secondary school going kid protect their environment, not only at school or at home?
Thank you so much. So the reason behind championing or engaging young people in environmental conservation, mainly it is first of all, these people people of my age or below, or those who are slightly older than me, we can say we are still young. That is to be honest. And then being young means that we have quite a long period of time interacting with our natural environment. So we have more years ahead interacting with it. So if we devastate it, if we degrade the environment right now, or even like the people who are old, if they are degrading the environment right now, then the question will be, how will the future generations look at them? Of course, they will be held accountable for their actions that led to the loss of the ecosystem services, just like Mr. Amos said. Yeah, so if those, and the final bit about the environment is that we do not have to underestimate the impact of an activity. Reason being, at times it is much harder, much difficult to quantify those impacts. But we know they are most of the times they can even be irreversible. So you might carry out an action, but in the long run you will find that we can lose an ecosystem service, or we can lose a critical or crucial part of the environment, and we lose it forever. So that has to come to us, the young generations, like those we are reaching out to now and then, that protecting the environment has to be our everyday thing. We do have to raise up every day, knowing that the environment is there for us, and we also have to be there for us.
Oh, you have heard that from Mr. Grace, who is telling you the young person there, why you should protect the environment. It's not only for Amos alone, it's not only for Grace alone, it's not for NEMA alone, it's not for Global Earth Care alone. It's everyone. That's why the Sustainable Development Goals, that's the SDG, the UN SDG goals, state that leave no one behind. And that's the reason why we have always this platform to invite technocrats, people who have been impacting, doing a lot of work, and also government agencies from NEMA, from NFA, from Ministry of Water. We are also going to bring upon Ministry of Minerals and Development. They will have this discussion, because the issue of environment is not only for President Museveni alone. It's not only for the Kabaka alone. Even though you've seen the Uganda Kingdom is embracing the environment agenda, it's not alone. It's from you who is down there in the village, or in Karamoja, in Kanungu, in Bushenyi, in Chiriura, in any part of this country. We need to protect our environment. Ladies and my guest, I need that we should first go for a commercial break. Then we shall come back and you tell us, because now the young people there, all the people watching us, the viewers there, they want to hear certain policies. Are there certain policies in place that regulate the environment issues, or are there implementations, like maybe trainings that maybe NEMA is training environment enforcement officers, or training the LC1, or maybe other people in the community to embrace this environmental protection? So, my dear viewers, stay at your television. We'll be back in a short time. Thank you very much. Welcome back, my dear viewers, for this second segment of our deliberation, our dialogue here at UCTV. I'm glad that you are watching this program. You are getting some information from these wonderful people who are here at UCTV. You know that within the week we had been moving in different part of the community, different part of the region, and we have some of the videos that has been recorded by the young people in this different part of Africa, and they were speaking why we should protect the environment. Others saying that the issue of the environment should be a non-negotiable issue. It should be something that everyone should take upon it, not that you need to wait for the government. And let me just take you through some of the different videos that the young people have recorded from different parts of the country, so that you can watch and you listen to it by yourself. Thank you.
Praise God, my people. My name is Evangelist Regada Matovu from Kampala, Uganda. An advocate, a member of advocacy structure, advocacy structure. I support the motion, the topic as it is, that why environmental protection should be non-negotiable. Why? Uganda was made a part of Africa because of its surrounding. Its surrounding was so good before. Uganda is surrounded by water bodies, mountains, lakes, rivers, and even the swamps, the hills, wildlife. And these things, we are attracting these people. We are attracting people from different continents to visit Uganda, which is in Africa. And the government of Uganda was able to create a lot of revenue from these people, whereby that money could help in other sectors, as you know, in building schools, hospitals, roads. Also, my second point is it's also about the climate. Due to the good condition of the forests, the swamps, the lakes, Uganda was able to receive the good climate. We used to receive the rain in its normal months. The same to the sunshine. But nowadays, because Uganda is lacking the policies, all the policies may be there, but they are not implemented. And we are seeing now the climate change. We are receiving too much sunshine compared to some previous years. So I stick on that it should not be negotiated. Thank you very much. May God protect you. Amen.
Hello. My name is Mudondo Mary Sharon, a student at Kampala International University and a university coordinator, Global Earth Care International Uganda. Global Earth Care International Uganda is based in Luzura, Nakawa Division, Kampala, and is a dynamic youth-led organization that is committed towards environmental conservation and climate change action. Today, I want to emphasize on a crucial message: why protecting the environment should be non-negotiable. On this note, therefore, we should all know that the environment can live without us, but we can't live without the environment. The environment is a foundation of our existence, as it provides air, water, food, shelter, and if we do not protect it, we are risking losing everything. Biodiversity loss, climate change, rising temperatures, unpredictable seasons that affect agriculture are just a few consequences that thrive from neglecting our environmental responsibilities that drive from human activities such as deforestation, burning fossil fuels, poor farming practices, to mention but a few. The use of renewable energy, conservation of water sources, sustainable agriculture, reduce on single-use products, reuse, recycling plastics and paper should be highly implemented. Also, collective efforts from government, communities, businesses, and individuals is required for a sustainable future. Together, we can make a difference. And by the way, every small action counts. However, the future of our planet is not a prediction, but rather a choice. Let's choose to protect the environment as we keep it preserved for the future generations to come. Thank you for watching. I remain Mudondo Mary Sharon, University Coordinator, Global Healthcare International Uganda. As for Earth, for God and my country, I beg to submit. Bye-bye.
Starting. Greetings everyone. My name is Okumo Philip, co-founder of Global Healthcare International Uganda. Global Healthcare International Uganda is a led youth organization that was started by my co-brother Amanya Wilson and me. Global Healthcare is located in Luzira, Kasasiro, Nakawa Division in Kampala District, Uganda. We are so enthusiastic and young environmentalists that has come to advocate for conservation of our environment. Global Healthcare has a team of young environmentalists from universities and community. We are doing conservation, we are educating, and we are creating awareness from the ground, grassroots to the top. Why should there be no negotiation for environmental conservation? I'm supporting the motion that there should be no negotiation for environmental conservation because right there from the air we breathe, from the land that grows the plants, and from the fresh water that we use at home, we all need to have a fresh environment, a clean environment. So there should be no negotiation for conservation. We at Global Healthcare Uganda, we emphasize that every individual has a role, has a purpose, has a commitment in conservation. We at Global Healthcare, we believe that every individual has their knowledge from their background of how they can conserve the environment. So we shouldn't wait for rocket science before we start conservation. Whether you're driving, whether you're owning what you're owning, conservation starts from you, from individual where you're standing. Just like a proverb from Nyankole say that when you want to count sand, start from where you're standing from. Even the conservation starts right there from our homesteads before we go to broad aspects of the earth. We were given this earth for protection, but right there from the Bible, like who are believers in Christ, when the Garden of Eden was given to us, to Adam, to be protected. So why should we negotiate for environmental conservation? We believe that we can do something at individual level and at all levels. Before we advocate for let's start from here. Me as Okumo Philip, I want to encourage everyone where you are that you shouldn't wait to be told that to conserve. Use every little knowledge, every little resources you have. Conservation should have started as much as yesterday, not tomorrow. Every day we are told that wait for the future. Today is the future. There is no future which is better than today. Let's all come out, let's advocate, because where are we going to be when there's no fresh air? Where are we going to be when the lands and the crops are no longer growing? The animals are dying all over the world and all over the part of the country like Uganda. And people still want to negotiate about environmental conservation. It should be non-negotiable. As I conclude this, I want to urge everyone where you are, just as the scholars have said, that environment is not only for us here, but it's for sustainability. The young people who are coming before us, our children, our grandchildren, need to get this environment when it's still fresh and accommodative for them as well. I remain Okumo Philip, Global Healthcare Uganda and co-founder of Global Healthcare Uganda. Let's push this. Together we can. Together we can. Let's conserve, let's conserve, let's conserve.
Okay, my dear viewers, you have watched some of the videos that the young people have been recording and passing the message to everyone that the issue of the environment is a non-negotiable issue, is a no-go zone. It's something that everyone should embrace. And you've listened. We are still going to have more and more young people, inviting them to speak about the same thing. I know we have very many videos, but we have just taken a few of them for you to listen. But next week also we are still going to play different videos from different parts of this country that the young people have been recording. Okay, thank you for that. Let's go back to our topical discussion that we are still continuing it. We have been having all these issues about the environment, but now people want to understand about the issue of the policies. That what are some of the policies that exist regarding this environmental protection, especially to do with the National Environmental Management Authority. You know that you are the agency that really the government has entrusted with powers to protect our environment. So what, Amos, what are some of these policies? Can you take us through? Because the viewers there, they want to listen to some of those policies that are in place, that NEMA has tried to implement, or NEMA is also formulating maybe others to be brought on board. So what are some of them?
Thank you, Mr. Dickens. There are several policies and laws the government of Uganda has formulated pertaining environment management. And among them, we have the National Environment Management Policy, which tries to promote the sustainable environment management practices. We also have this one on climate change policy of recent 2015. That's when it was formulated and put in place. We have other laws like poverty eradication and action policy. That one which tries to promote the wise use of land to eradicate poverty, or the wise use of environmental resources to reduce poverty. We have others like the forestry policy, which tries to promote forestry, sustainable forestry management. We even have fisheries policy that tries to promote sustainable fisheries management, and several others. So all those policies and laws, if you look at, let's say, on the laws, we have the National Environment Act. We have even the Local Government Act. It also has those clauses.
That we are going to get back to about those policies, and because I want also to engage Grace.